Teams coming off road losses last night. Houston losing in Phoenix and Portland losing in Salt Lake City, and both teams trying to turn it around tonight. The big news tonight, however, Sleepy Floyd has been suspended for one game by the NBA and fined $5,000 for his part in the fight with Jeff Hornacek last night in Phoenix. Hornacek was fined $1,500, but Sleepy is the man that Bill Fitch would love to have here to chase Clyde Drexler tonight. But Sleepy Floyd has been suspended for this game only and fined $5,000. So right away, McCoy McLemore, that presents matchup problems for Bill Fitch.
Yes, it does, because he doesn't want to change his rotation. Purvis Short, for example, would be the logical candidate for him to start, but he's done such a super job coming off the bench. It's not likely he will, but that's why you have a bench, and that's why some of those guys that have not gotten any playing time are excited tonight. They're looking forward to getting some more.
Well, it has been announced that Purvis Short will be starting for Houston tonight, so you can look for World B. Free, Lester Connor, Buck Johnson to get some more minutes in a reserve role.
Well, the word opportunity is big in the NBA, and that's what we have tonight. That's the guard spot. The inside spot is still the same. The big fella has been tough. He has a tough time with Steve Johnson, who's a good, impressive young center for the Portland Trailblazers.
Back this season, Mike Schuler first had to watch Kenny Carr retire. Sam Bowie broke his leg. Kiki Vandeweghe, Jim Paxson had been on the reserve list. The #1 draft choice out of Jacksonville had knee problems, and yet Portland is 20-12 and only 5.5 behind the Lakers.
Well, he says that he works very hard at coaching, and the films that he watches and the time that he puts in is paying off. He's got a talented team, though, and he's found about 8 players that he's using. He's picked up an ex-Rocket in Richard Anderson that he's worked into his scheme, but Clyde Drexler, has stepped forward and become a leader and a complete ball player now.
It's interesting that you slipped and said Frazier because he has a lot of the same attributes.
Yeah.
Steve Johnson is playing on bone spurs on his ankles, and they're kind of holding their breath as far as Johnson goes in the middle. In fact, there's even some talk that Portland's trying to work a trade out for LaSalle Thompson.
Well, that's one of the areas that they definitely would like to tighten up and get some more help. Evan Duckworth comes off the bench. He's a power center inside. He doesn't score an awful lot, but he got 10 rebounds the other night, and he's capable. But they are concerned about Johnson, who, when he's healthy and can stay out of foul trouble, gets you 20 points each night.
So they're tender in the middle, and that's where Bill Fitch would like to attack, get Akeem Olajuwon off and started tonight. The Rockets and the Portland Trailblazers coming up next on HSE. Everybody, and welcome back to the Summit in Houston, Texas. They are announcing the starting lineups for the Portland Trailblazers right now. Jerome Kersey, along with Caldwell Jones, Clyde Drexler, Terry Porter, and Steve Johnson, who is playing on sore feet tonight. Mike Schuler is the head coach, Rick Edelman the assistant, and the Portland Trailblazers currently 5.5 games behind the Lakers with a 20-12 record. Let's go to our public address announcer, Mark Seegers, now for the starting lineups for the Houston Rockets.
Now here's the starting lineup for your Houston Rockets. At one guard, 6 feet 2 inches from Oklahoma City, number 30, Allen Lovell. At guard, 6 feet 7 inches from Jackson State, number 10, Purvis Short. At one forward, 6 feet 8 inches from Louisville, number 22, Rodney Butler. At the other forward, 6 feet 10 inches from Minnesota, number 43, Jude Peterson. And starting at center, 7 feet from the University of Houston, number 34, Akeem Olajuwon. Your Rockets are coached by Bill Fitch, assistants are Harold Lawson and Rudy Sanchez.
Well, we'll have some interesting matchups tonight, as Clyde Drexler will not have to worry about Sleepy Floyd, as he will not be in the game. Jim Capers and Hugh Hollins, your officials today. In fact, they were in the airport with us when we arrived back from Phoenix this morning, so I had a pretty good idea who would be at the game tonight. Capers and Hollins will be working the contest. The Rockets lead the series 44-32, have won 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two right here in the Summit. The Trailblazers Trailblazers are playing their 8th back-to-back game of the season tonight. That's an interesting stat Bill Roberts found. And by the way, Portland 5-2 in the games after which they had played the previous evening. So Portland, a good back-to-back ball club. Well, we'd like to take this opportunity. I know Ralph Sampson watching tonight here in Houston, and we'd like to say congratulations to Ralph and his wife Elise. Elise gave birth to an 8-pound girl last night about 11:45. Congratulations to Ralph Sampson and Elise. Kids on the way. Ralph, go back to playing basketball now. Ready to go. Phoenix beating Houston last night. The Utah Jazz thoroughly trouncing Portland last night. Both teams coming off lackluster performances, and usually, Mac, you really bust a gut to get out there and play good, especially when you're coming off a loss.
Well, the way both these teams run, the team that sets the pace early can somewhat dictate the beginning of the game, so both teams are going to press. You'll notice right away that Portland wants to attack the Rockets' guards and make it tough for them to handle the ball.
Olajuwon goes on the attack, and it looked like Caldwell Jones got a piece of it on the block. Clyde Drexler back the other way, squares up the shoulders, misses on the jumper. Rodney McRae with a rebound. Rodney on the run. He's got Level on the left, gets it to him, and Allen won't go. Peterson tries to keep it alive. Can Purvis Short save it? And Houston will have the basketball.
That's one of the toughest shots in the NBA to make, as you see Mike Schuler. Allen Level had that shot from the angle, and you're so close you have nothing to bank it from.
Purvis Short in a starting role tonight. Drexler got some basketball, but still 13 seconds left on the shot clock. They'll go to Olajuwon. Ball was touched. He put it on the ground. Look at the sandwich that Kersey and Caldwell Jones made of Olajuwon.
Well, Portland's always used the double team on Akeem. They felt like that it hurts him. Right here it did not. He got the shot off, so Caldwell Jones is in principally for his defense. Akeem did the smart thing by making sure they got fouled.
So it looks like the Rockets are trying to get Akeem involved in the offense early. Last night he had 15 points, 5 rebounds, and he was very quiet.
And Portland wants to keep him out of the offense early, because they don't want him to get started. He's had some great games against this team, and playing against his old teammate, Clyde Drexler, always fires him up anyway.
Well, of course, we said that the matchups would be tough for Houston with Sleepy Floyd out of the lineup trying to catch Drexler. Conversely, it's tough on Portland trying to match up with Olajuwon. Swing it around the horn. Looking inside, Steve Johnson, a great post-up player. And he gets it to go.
Basket by Steve Johnson.
Everybody's always wanted to make him a power forward. He has been pushed into that center slot, but he is a great post-up player. Drexler with those quick hands.
Well, Drexler knows that one way to stop Purvis Short is to, number one, not overplay him before he gets the ball. Number two, he brings that shot up right chest high, and Drexler's going to continue to reach in there until he gets a foul call.
Peterson having a little trouble. Look at that basketball. Nobody can hold on to it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now Rodney McRae will bring it in.
Well, see here, Portland wants the people to handle the basketball that are not pure ball handlers. They felt like they can get more turnovers that way. And speaking of turnovers, Akeem picked up one on that walking violation.
So that's 2 in the early going on Houston. Jerome Kersey. Inside, Steve Johnson and Peterson with a rebound. Rodney McRae. Purvis from 18. Caldwell Jones. Terry Porter to Drexler. Pulls up over Peterson, and the one improved factor in Clyde Drexler's game has been his ability to hit that outside shot. He really worked on it in the offseason. There's the double team on Olajuwon. Nice fake by Akeem, and he gets the bucket.
Well, that time he made the double work in his favor as he leaned into the second defensive man and got his balance.
Score is tied at 4. We have played about 2.5 minutes. Porter from the outside. Olajuwon on the rebound to Rodney McRae, quickly to Level. Tried to hit Peterson. Could not handle the pass. Porter has Drexler behind him. He couldn't handle it. Looked like he walked. No call. And Kersey gets the bucket. It happened right in front of Capers.
Yeah. Portland got a break that time as they did get out in front of the pack, but no violation call. Portland wants the run, Bill, at any cost. Anytime they steal it or get a rebound, they're going to take off for the other end.
Peterson drives inside, left hands it up for two. Nice move by Pete.
Well, I like the look that he puts on his face when he goes to that basket. He uses that 6'10" body very effectively.
Caldwell Jones misses the shot. McRae tips it outside, and there comes Purvis short to Rodney. Level from 18. Good passing by Houston. Terry Porter. Look how quickly he comes up for an easy two.
You see, Portland is not going to let you rest. They're in great condition.
Level back the other way. Caldwell Jones may have gotten an elbow. There was some contact there. And both players hurting.
Foul is called on Portland's number 27.
Caldwell Jones back on D. Level makes the decision there to go on to the basket. It looks like a little bit of right elbow in Caldwell's midsection, and Level got whacked across the top of the head pretty effectively. You saw there on that second replay, he got smacked right on top of the head, but both guys are trying to walk it off. Quick substitution, though.
Yeah, those boos you heard were from Maurice Lucas, who has checked into the game for Caldwell Jones, the enforcer.
Lucas checks into the game for Caldwell Jones.
And, of course, the people here remember Lucas from his days with the Lakers and then with the Seattle Supersonics last season in those thrilling playoffs with the Rockets.
And he's talking to Akeem Olajuwon already. That's one of his techniques. He comes in and says, welcome, how's the family? What's going on? Did you cut your grass today? He starts on you early.
He said, I brought my elbows, Akeem. Did you bring yours? Rockets lead by one. Level can make it two. He does. 8:30 left to play. First period.
Jim Peterson now staying on Johnson. That means Akeem will have to play Lucas. That'll take him far away from the basket.
Jerome Kersey. Peterson with a rebound on the short shot. Level gets around Lucas. Shovels it to McRae. A foul is called, and Rodney will shoot a couple. So the Rockets have come out of the gate running tonight.
Well, they definitely brought their running shoes. Alan Level did a super job of avoiding a block there on the end. You see Akeem Olajuwon, who was right in the middle of that pack. You know, he takes a lot of pride in filling the lane and running the break. You see him there as a trailer. Good pass by Level. Rodney didn't have an open shot, but used that pro experience to get the foul called.
Last year, Rodney led the club with 55% shooting from the field. That is down to only 42% the last 11 games, and his free throw shooting the last 11 games has been down around 65%. So Rodney in a bit of a funk right now, and he'd like to get those stats back up.
That's in addition to having to play defense on the other team's forward, no matter whether he's a big forward or the small forward.
Well, he's been nursing a sore hamstring, and it's getting a little better every day.
Well, you see the half court primarily goes inside to Johnson, and he tries to work it from there.
Drexler at the baseline, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Now Johnson will post up Peterson. Bad shot. Lucas inside. He walked.
24-second violation.
No, 24 seconds. That shot never hit the rim.
Yeah.
The first one.
They could have easily called a walk on him also, but he always gives you that head fake, and that's why he got the people up, as you see, but we got a break.
That's what I was calling, right? Level. Purvis coming off that pick for two. Purvis short, coming off of a set play. All the starters now in the scoring column for Houston, and Mike Schuler wants a timeout. 7:22 left to play in the first period, and the Rockets off the launching pad, 14-8. Here are the games tonight around the National Basketball Association. Sacramento at New Jersey, Milwaukee at Washington, Chicago at Cleveland, Atlanta at Denver. Boy, I'd pay to see that one. They're going to score a lot of points in the Mile High City tonight. And there are scouts here tonight from Dallas, San Antonio, Sacramento. So everybody trying to get a look at the Rockets and the Portland Trailblazers before these two teams get back out on the road. The Rockets Rockets play Indiana Saturday night here in the Summit and then go back to Los Angeles to play the Lakers, and Sacramento the very next night to play the Kings. The Rockets have been the road warriors, so to speak, early in the campaign, but they're going to hit a stretch here in about another week of a lot of home games. Porter and Level have had some interesting matchups in the last year. Level always plays Terry Porter very well. Clyde Drexler over Purvis short. Purvis with good defense, and that 6'7" height of Purvis can match up well with Drexler.
Look for Lucas to try to go to work on Akeem now. He's down with him one-on-one.
And Lucas knocks it out of Olajuwon's hands.
He didn't even try to block the shot. He's just looking for that one little edge.
Peterson with the rebound. So Johnson has missed 4 shots. 14-8 Houston. Olajuwon inside. He's working on Lucas. Back out. Level. Nice drive, but he passed it right to Drexler, and they're going to get a layup. Terry Porter for 2.
Drexler does a super job of hanging in the middle, sagging off his man, looking for that type of play. And also, he plays a lot of summer ball with these guys. He could anticipate Level's moves.
In 3 years at the University of Houston, Clyde the Glide led the team in steals, and it's the same way in the NBA. A very opportunistic player. Olajuwon, look at the black jerseys he attracts, and again a turnover as Akeem put the ball on the ground. Drexler gets 2, and Bill Fitch up off the bench to call a timeout. Olajuwon cannot put that ball on the ground. The Trailblazers are coming to it. 14-12 Houston. This telecast is authorized under rights granted to Home Sports Entertainment and is not intended for the commercial use of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Home Sports Entertainment is prohibited. So far, Houston has not scored off a Portland turnover. Portland has scored 6 points off of the Houston turnovers, and so that's been a key stat early.
Portland is counting on the turnovers from Houston to start their fast break. And at number 2, they're also counting on Houston continuing to come inside to Akeem Olajuwon. They're not going to let him get the high percentage shot inside.
Rockets lead it by 2. Purvis short to Rodney McCray. Over Kersey short. Terry Porter with a rebound, almost run over by his own man, Steve Johnson. Kersey from the corner, won't go, tipped up in the air. Johnson trying to get the rebound on the floor to Kersey. Over Olajuwon. Rodney McCray clears it to Purvis. Level and Peterson is the trailer. Once he gets to that baseline, he's deadly. Kersey. Foul whistle.
Well, you notice that the offensive attack for Portland consists of running. They don't want to get into half court. You see what happens. Ron Kersey's a flashy player, but he does not have the smooth, experienced moves inside. Rodney McCray had excellent defensive position that time. Judgment call as to whether it was a foul or a clean block.
Back when Kenny Carr retired, Sam Bowie broke his leg, then Murphy, Vandeweghe, and Paxson went down with injuries. They plugged in Jerome Kersey to the starting lineup. Everybody said, well, Vandeweghe will be missed. Portland got better.
Well, they have. Kersey took advantage of the opportunity. He only shoots 76% from the line, and fortunately missed him.
16-12 Rockets. Olajuwon gets the one-on-one with Lucas and shoots the jump shot, and Johnson with the rebound.
Well, the defense by Lucas was still working that time. Akeem took that shot a little quicker than he normally does.
Drexler on another miss. Level to Rodney. Oh, he missed the layup, and Kersey comes the other way. Terry Porter. To Jerome Kersey for 2.
That's what Portland wants to do. They want to run the basketball, try to make you chase them.
Peterson, the rebound goes right to Akeem. Oh, it sounds like a bunch of bricks landing on that rim. Drexler in the open court to Steve Johnson, easy two, and the game is tied at 16. 3:50 left to play, first period.
Rockets cold shooting from the perimeter so far. That's why they were trying to go into Akeem, but game goes in spurts.
Yes, it has, and the spurt belongs to Portland right now. Purvis puts it up. A foul called on Drexler, and Short will shoot two.
Boy, Drexler has outstanding defensive ability, but Purvis Short shoots that fall away with that 6'8" size, and Drexler didn't get it clean.
Or Jim Peterson.
So J.B. Carroll comes in for Jim Peterson, and Buck Johnson will check in for Rodney McRae. So Bill Fitch going to his bench early.
So far, Portland sticking pretty much with the guys that they started the ball game. I don't think he could afford to make too many substitutions here because he's not very deep with the talent on his bench.
10th NBA season for Purvis Short. Last game, he got his 5,000th field goal in his great career. And he needs about, let's see, does he have his, well, he needs about 45 more seconds for 20,000 minutes in the NBA. Drexler is fouled. He'll go to the line.
Foul is called on Houston's number 2, Joe Barry Carroll.
So JB gets on the board right away.
Well, Drexler made an alley-oop move to the basket. You see the alley-oop move, but not the slam dunk. He just got the basketball. Purvis went for the head fake. Joe B. Carroll came over, picked up the foul, so he gets one real quick.
Well, Clyde has been selected to compete in the Slam Dunk Championship at All-Star Weekend again. He finished 4th last year, and also battling Fat Lever for the second guard spot in the fan voting for the Western squad. And the Blazers have their first lead by 1. 3:15 left to play, first period. Short out on the wing to JB. Little body on Johnson, and the jumper goes. Terry Porter knocked out of bounds. Good hustle by J.B. Carroll.
Boy, he did a good job of sprinting the court that time to get back on D. Portland is a fast team. They want to get it up the court as fast as possible. The Rockets are catching on to that and got back right on time.
Drexler off the play. Pretty easy.
Steve Johnson.
Inside of 3 minutes.
Rockets gone to their one-man front here. Trying to get somebody open.
There's the man.
I think he wants the basketball. He had no hesitation with his 2 shots.
Porter put up a rush shot. Elijah on with his 5th rebound of the game. Level in the open court. He's got Buck Johnson. The Blade nights through for his first 2. And the Rockets lead by 3. Johnson has that electrifying ability. He can get a crowd ready, and traveling is called on Steve Johnson.
Well, collective defense by the Rockets that time as they doubled back on Johnson the way Akeem generally gets the treatment and caused the turnover.
Alan Level, who had such an outstanding playoff series against Portland last year, he owned Terry Porter, and therein lied the success for Houston. Buck on the quick turnaround. Oh, he won't get the roll. And Steve Johnson with a rebound quickly to Porter. 1:55 left to play. Look at the move by Porter as he put on Level that time. Allen was fouled by Lucas. No call. Houston turnover. That's 7 turnovers for the Rockets in the first period. No call. Elijah gets the ball out to Buck Johnson. 1:33 left to play. Level. Purvis from 16. It's a gimme. 7 points for Purvis Short. The one concern Bill Fitch has, Mac, is by starting Purvis Short, you don't have his firepower coming off the bench.
Well, he hopes that he gets off to a good start as a starter, and he doesn't have to use that, but I'm sure he's thinking right about now he needs to get some rest for somebody as well as some offensive tackle.
That's by Maurice Lucas.
Maurice Lucas had the inside position and got the rebound, put it back up. Rockets lead by 1 inside of a minute.
This is one of those work the clock plays here for Alan Level. He has the assignment, make something happen, illegal defense or a foul down low. Illegal defense is the call.
Is it on Lucas?
Illegal defense violation called against Portland. That's their first violation. Subsequent violations will result in
Johnson will bring it in for Houston. Here's Lester Connor getting some early minutes tonight in place of Alan Level. And Cedric Maxwell will come in for Bill Fitch. And Elijah will go out. Akeem with 4 points, 5 rebounds.
Well, Lester Connor will have the assignment now of the last second shot. And here's a familiar face, Richard Anderson, ex-Rocket, coming into the lineup. He gets a lot of playing time for Portland.
Yeah, Anderson has been averaging about 22 minutes a game for Portland.
For the Rockets to reverse the ball around to Purvis Short. He's got the hot hand. He wants to try to take Kersey, who's a bigger forward on him.
And the illegal defense is called by Hugh Allen.
I'll tell you what made that work. Purvis Short with the head fakes there really froze the defense down inside. They were in the wrong position. Kersey did a good defensive job, but he played right into the hands of Purvis Short and the illegal defense call.
Looks like Terry Porter was way out of position, too. He wasn't guarding anybody.
So when you play defense, you don't just play your man. You have to be aware of the other 4 people. And the illegal defense is called when you're sagging in between your man and the ball.
So Purvis gets the free throw. The Rockets lead by 2 with 36 seconds left to play, and the Rockets will get a new shot clock.
Now that's the 3rd possession in a row on their end.
Porter with a steal on Connor, puts it up for 2, and Connor with a foul. So he makes 2 mistakes. The first one was getting the ball stolen, and the second was on the foul.
Terry Porter made a smart defensive move here. He knew that Connor had just come in, was probably not loose. He looked for that one little mistake, stole the ball, and then Connor had to redeem himself with the natural hustle, picks up the foul. The Rockets wanted to run that clock down and keep the possession down there, and Portland took that away.
Well, here's the man chasing Magic Johnson for the assist leadership in the NBA. Terry Porter having a great year. He has really developed into what everybody thought he would be. Portland leads by 1 now, 27-26. Buck Johnson gives it back to Carroll. Well, Buck got up in the air that time and looked around desperately for somebody to get the ball to, and J.B. knifed in for 2.
Okay, look for one-on-one between Terry Porter and Connor here. There's the game clock looking down to 3 seconds already.
Porter took it, and it counted as he took it with about a second to go on the shot clock. Terry Porter getting the final bucket for Mike Schuler and Portland. So we've got a good game going for you here in the Summit. We hope you're enjoying it on HSE. The Blazers lead by 1. The Rockets out shooting the Portland Trailblazers by 2 percentage points, but the bottom line is who leads in the game, and Portland with a 29-28 lead. Houston shooting 5 of 14.
Double zero, Kevin Duckworth checks into the game.
And right now, Purvis Short with 8 points, Carroll 6, Drexler has 8, Porter has 11 for Portland, and the Trailblazers with 6 steals in the first period, Mac.
The Rockets definitely have not taken good care of the basketball. Kevin Duckworth off the Portland bench to give Steve Johnson a rest. A little more muscle in there. He and Lucas, pretty heavy guys.
Good interior defense by Houston, shutting off the basketball. Now Lucas will have it with 2 seconds. Shot clock down to 1. Did he get it off in time? And they say yes, he did. And a new shot clock for Portland as Duckworth got his first rebound. Drexler from the top of the key. And Carroll with a rebound, knocked away by Lucas. And it'll be Portland's basketball. That Lucas is physical, and he's so strong, you have to protect the basketball at all times.
Well, in addition to that, he's got so many tricks because he had the first foul there, but he let Carroll push him, knowing that the official was standing right there.
Drexler, Buck Johnson creates the turnover. J.B. ties up Clyde, and that could be to Houston's advantage. This ought to be an interesting jump, however.
Well, it better be an interesting jump, because if Carroll thinks that he's got it pretty easy, he's going to get out jump, because this young fella goes way back for the 5 slammer jammer days. He could always leap.
How about that front line? Akeem Olajuwon, Drexler, Mishaw.
Well, he called a quick jump on J.B. Carroll there as he went up with the basketball, and you're not allowed to do that. So it's a violation.
Well, why don't they throw the ball up?
Yeah, let's see. He went up. The ball was at the top of its apex, and but they called it anyway.
3 seconds called on Richard Anderson or Duckworth. Take your pick.
If I didn't know better, I'd say that was a makeup call. Huh?
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't say that, though, but...
You're right. Blazers by 1.
Okay, now the Rockets looking to get busy in their half court to get something going here.
JB with a hook shot, a little short. And Drexler out on the run. Anderson filling a lane. Duckworth underneath. Lucas is open from 20. And a pushing foul called on Richard Anderson.
Yeah, offensive foul on Anderson as Maxwell played a little trick on him that time, and he made him go with the foul. The Rockets still concerned with his half-court execution. Lester Connor in charge at the guard spot.
Maxwell gives the greatest look I've ever seen after one of those. Maxwell with a quick move, put it up. Carroll, oh, nice rebound. JB showed a lot of dexterity that time as he leaped through a couple of defenders and was able to get the basketball back up, and Carroll off the bench with 8 points. Hugh Hollins with a whistle. And J.B. Carroll with his second personal foul of the game.
While he was behind Duckworth down low in the paint, he knew that was the wrong place to be. He took the gamble, tried to go around the side, and that's a big body to try to get around.
Drexler is open for 2.
By Clyde Drexler, assist Portland.
Double figures for Clyde, 10 points, 31-30 Blazers, 10:05 left to play, second period. Maxwell out high, 15-second shot clock. Buck Johnson in on Anderson. Well, he used to do that all the time in practice. He knows that's there.
He likes to see Richard Anderson on him.
Porter puts it up, tough shot. JB keeps tipping it up, volleyball.
And Kevin Duckworth was all over his back that time, but he had the strength to hold on.
Purvis from 18, Rainbow short. Connor gets inside for 2.
Nobody boxed him out. He came down the middle. Watch the flight of the ball.
Well, the lead has been changing hands now. That's the 13th lead change, and we're still with a lot of time left in the second period. Purvis wants to run. Here comes Maxwell. Bucks a trailer. Cedric needs to get it up to somebody. JB, too short, a little out of his range.
Yeah.
Steal by Connor, good anticipation. Maxwell, goaltending on Duckworth. And a timeout is called by Mike Schuler. The Rockets have run off 8 in a row and lead at 36-31. Here's a reminder to stay tuned during halftime for a look at stats brought to you by the Houston Post. The Houston Post, a sign of intelligent life. The rebound so far, the Rockets by 5 over the Portland Trailblazers. Akeem Olajuwon leads the way with 6, Jim Peterson with 4, and J.B. Carroll doing a good job tonight with 8 points and 2 rebounds off the bench.
Well, the Rockets set the pace on the boards, and J.B. Carroll off the bench to do an exceptional job. Getting some good forward play with Buck Johnson and Maxwell also inside. So Rockets have the momentum at this point.
Hey, boy, have you noticed how easy this game is to do tonight with Shelley Harper at the controls?
Oh, yes. She has it down pat.
Huh? Our producer tonight, Mike Anastasiou, taking the night off, or he's working somewhere else. The bench for Houston, Mac, has outscored Portland 16-2. And you kind of figured that going in. All right, Steve Johnson back into the game now. He'll be matched up with Joe Barry Carroll. When you let him get that close in, he's tough.
Yeah. Clyde Drexler just the play call for him to pop out and go right back inside. And they're going to go to Johnson as often as possible against Carroll inside.
Well, Buck didn't know whether to zig or zag. Looked like they threw him a knuckleball. Looked like Nico threw that basketball over there. 36-33. Duckworth, big 275-pounder, misses the shot. Anderson rebounds and puts it up with the left hand. Richard Anderson. Right after the trade Houston made with Portland, Anderson had a season high of 21 points. But he's been in a shooting slump lately. Purvis short to JB. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Rockets got to take on. JB looks up, takes it, and it's short. Terry Porter quickly to Steve Johnson. Well, guess whose man JB was guarding? And a timeout is taken by Houston. 7:44 left to play in the second period, and the Blazers go back up again by 1. Well, it's always fun to come out to the Summit and catch NBA basketball, but if you can't watch it, the next best thing is right here on HSE. The Indiana Pacers with Chuck Person, good basketball team, will be in town Saturday night, January the 16th. Then Bill Harris will lead the Milwaukee Bucks in for a game on Thursday night, the 21st. And the Los Angeles Clippers will be in town on Tuesday, January the 26th. That game also at 7:30. So don't miss it on HSE. Well, there's the score. The Blazers leading by 1, Mac.
And the chess game continues to go on as World Be Free. Alan Level will be in the backcourt. Rodney McRae back in along with Akeem Olajuwon.
Well, we almost have an entirely different team except for J.B. Carroll. We have 4 new Rockets in there now. Porter will match up with Level. J.B. trying to put a little body on Johnson. Oh, nice move by J.B. that time, and he has 10 points.
World Be Free matched up on Clyde Drexler. I'm sure he and Porter are going to try to get some signals going to isolate him down on the smaller guy. There he is.
Carroll knocks the ball out of bounds. Good hustle. J.B. was cut off by a pick that time and got right back into play.
Well, he used a little experience that time along with the hustle, anticipating that's what they wanted to do.
Shot clock is down to 5, and that means Drexler time. Duckworth with the offensive rebound and the slam dunk. Kevin Duckworth came over from San Antonio last year, you'll remember, in the Walter Berry deal. And he's been a pleasant surprise for Portland. A project he keeps developing a little bit every year. JB gets a triple team. 8 seconds down to 7 now on the shot clock. World B will take it. Blocked by Kersey. Porter has Johnson. And he doesn't take him. A blocking foul called on Level.
Porter tried to make the decision there. By the time you get to the free throw line, you have to make that. But here's the drive by World Be Free as Kersey blocked it out. Watch the decision right there. He has to go one way or the other. Alan Level knows it. He also has to make those decisions, but that time he didn't get there quick enough.
Terry Porter was in that draft 3 seasons ago when they had all the guards. Sam Vincent. There's JB coming out. 10 points, 2 rebounds. It was Vincent Porter, Steve Harris, and Joe Dumars. Pretty good year for guards in that draft. Porter and Dumars have really come on. 41-38 now. That's the largest lead of the game for Portland.
Well, this is the pop gun formation here, meaning you want those jumpers to pop from behind the screen. And Team Olajuwon's called for a walking violation. Bill Fitch can't believe it.
Jerome Kersey looking in for Drexler, working on World Be Free. And he misses the shot. Duckworth with a rebound, and the Blazers are out hustling Houston on the boards right now. Duckworth has come in to really set a tone. Porter from 20. So Portland getting second shots.
Well, they use the gang rebound technique, especially on the offensive end, and that's how they're able to come up with so many rebounds.
World B from 21, off the mark. Tipped up in the air, the quickness of Porter. Drexler was out of bounds, no call. Kersey is fouled by Rodney McRae.
Well, what an acrobatic move by by Drexler here. Here's the walking violation on Akeem as he's doubled. The official right on the baseline, close enough, didn't make the call. And Portland makes you pay when you make the mistake. Look at the athletic move here by Clyde Drexler as he was out of bounds flying in the air.
Kersey gets the first on the roll. That Drexler is something else. I thought he had stepped out of bounds, but he got that ball back in quick enough. And look at the lead now by Portland, 45-38. An 8-point run by the Trailblazers. 5:33 left to play, second period. There's the double team. Well, the Houston offense has degenerated to just a driving show right now. Olajuwon is getting the double team and not getting it back out quick enough.
It's like a magnet. Anytime it goes over there, they do that. But Allen Level did the smart thing by making something happen with an individual one-on-one move. He's the take-charge guy, and he's going to have to figure out something that's clicking for the Rockets. Every time they go to Akeem, he's not going to have any room.
Mac, what would happen if as soon as the ball got to Akeem, he popped it right back out again?
Well, the problem with that is you have to have somebody to pop it back out to. The defensive people come from the people who you could throw it to. In other words, they're clogging the lane. You can't go back to the people that are open. So unless there's some movement toward Akeem, he has nobody to pass it to.
Level makes both free throws. The Rockets trail by 5. 5:15 left to play. Drexler looking for Kersey on Rodney McRae. That's a good matchup, and this time Kersey wins the battle. 8 points for Kersey, 8 for Johnson, 15 for Porter, and 10 for Drexler. Olajuwon passes it inside. Oh, that was a tough pass. I don't know how Akeem got it in, and Rodney McRae thinks he was hammered. Let's look.
Yeah, let's see if he was. He's surrounded. There's one grab on the right arm by Porter underneath. It's a pure foul.
They'd give you a couple of years across the border for that.
Oh, yeah.
Olajuwon.
There's a foul there.
Loose ball foul is whistled by Capers on Peterson.
It's getting a little rough. Akeem got bumped there underneath. No foul. Here's Peterson over the back of Duckworth. But the Rockets are going to have to get tough and take matters in their own hands because they'll get no help from the guys with the whistles in their hands.
4:45 left to play. Johnson tied up by Level. So the Rockets put a little double team on the basketball down low that time.
There's a new 24-second on the board. I don't know why it got up there unless they were down below 10 or jump ball automatically.
Right. Johnson had that one. Look at Porter. Takes it into Duckworth, puts it up for 2. Oh, that Terry Porter is really quick. 9-point lead by the Trailblazers, 49-40. Olajuwon, little spin move, too hard. Peterson for 2, it goes. Jim Peterson has started feeling better lately. He had a bad cold right after the Sampson trade, but he's really been getting on the boards, and this is what the Rockets like.
Well, he went right over the back of Rodney McRae there, so he did foul Rodney, but you can't foul your teammate, so nothing was called. Good crash of the boards by Jim.
This is the three-point opportunity. Peterson with 4 points, 5 rebounds. 49-42 Blazers with 4:09 left to play in the second period. Drexler on the drive. Steele, World B with a layup.
And World B with the quick hands caused that turnover and took off on the other end. The Rockets need to creep back with some defense here in this possession.
Houston down by 5. Drexler on 3. Oh, good defense by World B. Drexler had it go in and come out. Level is open from 20, passes up the shot to Olajuwon. Little turnaround by Akeem, tough shot. Rodney McRae is knocked down. Who's going to get the basketball? Rodney ends up with it. Bounce pass. Look at that Drexler. He's everywhere. He's got to beat Level behind the back. Bodies everywhere. Nothing whistled. Drexler is knocked out of bounds by Olajuwon. looks like roller derby.
Well, Bill Fitch is thinking the same thing, and no foul called in all that action, and bodies bumping in all directions. Still 15 seconds on the 24-second clock, and you hear the boos from the fans.
There was so much going on, I don't think either official knew what to whistle. Terry Porter, meanwhile, scores his 16th and 17th points. And Porter, somebody has got to slow him down. He is having a tremendous game tonight. 51-44 Blazers. 2:58 left to play, second period. World B puts it up. He's fouled. He'll shoot two.
He got the foul for Drexler.
That's his third.
Number 22 inside. That's going to be his third personal, which should help the Rockets tremendously. And he leaves the ball game right away. Michael Holton comes in to take his place.
Three-year veteran out of UCLA waiting to come in. And World B3 will be at the line.
By Drexler, 3 shooting 2.
Drexler, with 3 personal fouls now, will be out of the game, and that could be a hindrance to the Blazer attack. Have him in foul trouble.
It will slow him down, but Terry Porter is the man right now that we need to get some fouls on and get him, because he is doing a magnificent job for Portland, running their attack and shooting from the outside.
You remember 10 days ago when we went to Seattle to play the Supersonics. They were playing the night before in Portland, and Porter exploded for 32 points in that game to lead Portland over Seattle. So he's been scoring a lot more lately. Gives it off to Johnson. Look at Porter create. The Rockets can't stop Terry Porter right now. He has 8 assists and 17 points. Triple team on Olajuwon, traveling.
Well, that time Hakeem had 3 standing there to go back out. He didn't look to him and tried to create something inside, so he overdid it that time.
Hakeem tonight, Mac, is 1 of 7 from the field with 5 turnovers. And we see this happen a lot of times when teams double and triple team him. He'll get frustrated and try to force it.
Score segment.
53-46. There's Porter again to Kersey from the deep corner. And Duckworth travels.
Traveling.
Well, he traveled because Holton went up and got the basketball at the same time. 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Rodney Mack from 20. Yes. (53-48). Blazers by 5 with 1:40 left to play. Second period. Kersey on the wing on Rodney McRae. Good matchup. A lot of quickness and strength. Those two. Olajuwon tips it out. Who's going to get to it first? World B has Rodney. World will put it up. Short. Rodney tips it to Duckworth. Now Porter back the other way. Holton. Steve Johnson. Peterson fouls him, and the hook shot won't go.
Number 30, Alan Level.
Alan Level is called for the foul. That's his second.
Called against the Rockets. Portland is in the penalty.
So Allen continues to try to double up inside to help out the big guys. Peterson had been posted down low by Johnson and really got bailed out. Steve Johnson was acquired by Portland to play power forward next to Sam Bowie. Well, it never panned out because Bowie, with all of those injuries, has never really been able to play, and Johnson has had to play the center position and still turns in and night out one of the best performances in the league. He's always a good percentage shooter, and the rebound goes to Kersey. We missed both free throws. Portland hustling everywhere. 1:05 left to play. Johnson and Peterson really having a battle. Porter puts it up. He misses, and World B Free gets it. The Rockets with a chance to get within 3. 51 seconds left to play. Alley-oop, and it hit the rim. Intended for Olajuwon, and it almost went in. Portland's going to take a 20-second timeout to try to get a last play called here. Or a quick shot.
Have a chance to win anyway.
With 43 seconds left.
Quick shot to work the clock down. They have the full 24 plus the 43 on the game clock. Also, possibly to go inside to try to get the foul or the high percentage shot. So there's a lot of options available when you go with 20 seconds at this point. They definitely don't have to rush anything, being ahead 53-48. They have the momentum going for them. Bill Fitch, on the other hand, has to try to come up with the basketball here without giving up a cheap foul.
Well, if he takes a quick shot here, though, what I mean is that the Rockets then will be governed by the 24-second shot clock, and Portland will get the last shot.
See, but either way, they can get the last shot. If you go down and get somebody in foul trouble as well as score, then the quick shot is not automatic.
Okay, rebounds in this quarter, Mac. Portland with 16, Houston with 8. Duckworth has 6 rebounds off the bench.
Portland spreads the court here to work a little three-man game on that side.
Johnson trying to post up on Pete. Pete making it tough on him. Terry Porter again goes into Steve Johnson with a hook shot. No, good defense by Peterson. And Olajuwon running down to get position. Holton with a foul. Hey, with 18 seconds.
Now that was by design, the quick foul. He knew that he couldn't steal the ball. The Rockets, they hope that the Rockets take a quick shot here and then they get the ball back. So either way, everybody gets a chess game from the coaches.
That was only the 4th team foul on Houston, so a good foul by Holton. Now Anderson is back into the game for offensive purposes, in case they get a three-point opportunity at the buzzer. Rodney gives it up to Akeem. Lays it up. Contact. No whistle. Porter with 2 seconds. Got to put up a three-pointer, and it won't go. And that's the end of the first half of play. Portland 53, the Rockets 48. Well, Houston tonight showing the effects of missing Sleepy Floyd. In case you joined us late, Sleepy Floyd is not in the building tonight. He was suspended for 1 game, tonight's game, by the NBA earlier this afternoon and fined $5,000 for his part in the fight last night with Jeff Hornacek of Phoenix. So Sleepy Floyd has not been in the offense. Consequently, the ball has stopped at Akeem Olajuwon, and Olajuwon frustrated tonight.
Well, that's what Portland wants to happen. They want the ball to go inside to Akeem. They do not want the Rockets to shoot from outside, so they played right into Portland's hands. They press you, and especially the non-pure ball handler. If they want to try to keep the ball in the hand of a big guard so they can make you have the turnovers.
Well, if the ball is going into Akeem, why isn't the outside shot there for Houston?
Again, when it goes into Akeem, unless somebody is going to designated areas, you know, for example, when Sleepy Floyd comes down, he throws the ball to somebody at the open spot. Nobody does that when the ball goes inside. Portland knows that, so they've looked at a scouting report somewhere that the ball doesn't come back out.
Well, they're really doing a good job of double and triple teaming Olajuwon. So far, Akeem is 1 of 8 from the field with 5 turnovers. Definitely not an Olajuwon-type performance, but no one else really taking up the slack. J.B. Carroll did a good job when he was in there. He came off the bench with 10 points.
And Portland are continuing to attack from the defensive standpoint, but we're not any, there's no surprises there. They always do that. Terry Porter had an outstanding game offensively and defensively for Portland, and they're in charge of every facet of the game right now.
Well, Terry Porter doing an outstanding job. He has 17 points and 8 assists so far in the first half. Clyde Drexler has 10 points for Portland, and Steve Johnson has 10, Jerome Kersey with 8. So the Portland Trailblazers with a 5-point lead here at halftime. Well, we want you to stay with us. We've got a dandy of a feature coming up. Following these messages, we're going to take a look at a man who once held the hopes of the New York Knicks fans, and today he holds the hopes of the Democratic Party. We're talking about New Jersey Senator Bill Bradley. We're at halftime here in the Summit. The Rockets trailing the Blazers 53-48. You're watching Houston Rockets basketball on Home Sports Entertainment. HSE, bringing home sports excitement.
From New Jersey, number 24, Bill Bradley.
February 18th, 1984. The New York Knicks retired the number 24, worn by Bill Bradley, a fitting tribute to one of basketball's greats. Bill Bradley first gained national recognition while playing for Princeton in the 1960s. He had a deadly jump shot and was an outstanding leader on the court, which earned him a place on the NCAA all-time team. Few people will ever forget his incredible 41-point performance head-to-head against Cassie Russell and Michigan in the 1964 Holiday Festival. After graduating from Princeton, Bradley went on to Oxford University, where he became a Rhodes Scholar. Then, in 1967, Bradley decided to join the NBA. Few players ever received the amount of attention focused on Bradley the day he joined the Knicks.
I never saw a scene like the first game that he appeared in. I recall trying to go to the locker room. There were so many reporters, the players couldn't get in the locker room.
Miles a pass underneath for Dissinger. Lays it up, blocked by Reed. Pulled down by Russell. Up court with Bradley on the left. A pass to Bradley. Jump shot, left side. Good! Bill Bradley connects on his first field goal attempt.
Bradley struggled in his first 2 professional seasons, coming in off the bench. But eventually, he earned a starting role and found that the Knicks' style of play was perfectly suited to his game.
I always tried to be a player who was sensitive to my other teammates, to their strengths and to their weaknesses, and I tried to do things that would in some senses make them look good, but in the process clearly make the team win.
Bradley was the consummate team player, a main ingredient to the Knicks championship teams of 1970 and 1973.
When you win the championship, and for a period of hours afterwards, there isn't another experience similar to it.
Like it. Let's tell it like it is.
But the next day, it's a little different. A week later, it's another different. It's different. And then you are the champion, but that simply means next year you have to win again. So the moment of exultation passes, but when it occurs, it is incredibly intense, and I think it is unique.
When he retired from basketball in 1977, Bill Bradley, like any other athlete, had to find a new line of work.
Now he's working hard to be your next United States Senator. With you on his team, he can't miss.
He was an All-American in basketball in college, an All-Pro. And let me tell you, he's an All-Pro on the Hill, too. There's a man with a great future.
I love my job. I love the United States Senate. I love my work on the Finance and Energy Committee. If I had 30 hours in a day, I'd work 30 hours. I think it's an extraordinary opportunity to learn and to contribute to this country.
Turn my life around. The sweetest days I found with you. Through the years, I've never been afraid. I've loved the life we've made, and I'm so glad I stayed right here with you.
Trailblazers flying in today from Salt Lake City. The Houston Rockets flying in from Phoenix. Both teams coming off losses last night, and right now Portland trying to hang another one on Houston with a 5-point lead, but that's not very many points. Houston not playing very well, and the Rockets still only trailing by 5.
Well, they're fortunate that they are, but if the Rockets, Bill, are going to move up to that next level, that championship level, these are the type of games they have to come back and win. Third quarter is the time when they were playing well, they put the defense in, they ran with the basketball, Sleepy Floyd or not. Rockets got to get it together.
Well, Sleepy Floyd, though, was a big part of that trade, and he is not in the building tonight, and the Rockets are suffering. Terry Porter is really running off on Houston. Look at the stats right now. Portland shooting 47%, and Houston 45%. But I think the key statistic so far in the game has to be the turnovers, as the Rockets have 12 turnovers already, not protecting the basketball.
Again, Portland has to run to win, but they do that so very well, and they take advantage of your mistakes and make you pay.
Well, Terry Porter, we talked about the fact that he's having a sensational game, but the front line of Houston, Mac, only 12 points. Rodney McRae with 4, Jim Peterson with 4, and Hakeem Olajuwon with 4. And that definitely, they've got to get more points out of that front line. There's the scoring leaders. J.B. Carroll, the only Houston Rocket in double figures. Purvis Short with 8, Level with 6, and Olajuwon with 4. Portland Trailblazers, Terry Porter is 7 of 12 from the field. He has also chipped in with 7 assists, 17 points. Drexler and Johnson in double figures, and Jerome Kersey 2 points away with 8. Another player who has played a key role for Portland, Kevin Duckworth, came off the bench, played 12 minutes in the first half, was 2 of 4 from the field, but more importantly, he chipped in with 7 rebounds.
Now, when you talk about the rebounds, you look at the fact that Portland got 10 offensive rebounds to 5 by Houston, and then multiply each offensive rebound with a second shot opportunity. That's where Portland's hurting you also.
Portland outscoring Houston 29-28 and 24-20 in the period breakdowns. And we've had a couple of illegal defenses called in the game, both on Portland. One coming in the first period, the other one coming in the second. And Purvis Short made the technical free throw. So we're getting ready to start the second half of play. The Rockets trailing the Blazers 53-48. It'll be Kersey, Duckworth, and Johnson to start for the Blazers. So Duckworth is staying in the game. Mike Schuler going with a hot hand. So Portland has it here in the third. The Rockets will get it in the fourth quarter.
Anytime you see a team come with a one-man front there, you know you're going to get some screens from the other side. Oh, my goodness, they didn't need one, though.
Jerome Kersey doing what Kiki Vandeweghe did so well for Portland, and that's burning you with the outside shot. You don't see that very often, and now 4 Trailblazers in double figures. That's 10 points for Kersey. Olajuwon surrounded again. All the way out to Level, back to McRae. Shot clock is down to 5. Kersey knocks the ball out of bounds. With 4 seconds left, they'll put another tick on it. So the Rockets now have to get off a quick shot. Olajuwon is fouled before the shot, says Jim Capers.
Foul is called on Portland's double zero.
Duckworth.
That's his second personal foul.
Well, that's only his second personal foul on Duckworth, and he has really been banging inside. So it doesn't hurt the Trailblazers very much to get him in foul trouble.
More importantly for Houston, there is a new shot clock. Now Olajuwon coming over and posting up on Duckworth. He's got it in low, and no double team that time.
Jerome Kersey was on his way over, but he got there too late. The quickness of Akeem.
It's one thing that Sleepy does so well, Mac. He gives Akeem the quick pass before they can gather. You got to give it to him quick. Johnson. Kersey at the baseline over Peterson, and Olajuwon with the rebound. He sees Level. Can Level catch it? He does. Peterson saves it. Nope. Hugh Holland says he was out of bounds.
Well, the same play made by Clyde Drexler in the first half. Didn't get it out of bounds. Let's watch Level very closely here.
Watch this fan. He'd already made the call. Kersey out in the wing. Watch Drexler. There he is. Pops out on Purvis. And an offensive foul is called on Steve Johnson.
He saw the big figure of Akeem Olajuwon coming to him on the defensive end. Self-defense made him do it. A little trick pass there. Look at the left arm. Really a full extension by Johnson.
Rodney Mack is left wide open, a little too hard on the shot, and Duckworth with another rebound. He has 8 boards in only about 13 minutes of play. Clyde takes it in. How does he get it in the open court like that? You can't let him do that.
Well, Porter reversed the ball quickly. He knew that Drexler was there. Drexler looked for a little opening, and with that quickness and athletic ability, he's either going to get the basket or draw the foul.
Clyde is into banking in the offseason. That's what he wants to do when he gets out of the NBA, and he's going to have plenty of money to bank. He won't need a loan officer. 57-50, the Blazers by 7. 10 minutes left to play, third period. Drexler all over Level on the switch. Allen goes in. Oh, what a move by Allen Level with the left hand. Now Terry Porter quickly back down. Peterson helping out on the defense, but he left Kersey open. He missed the jam. Purvis Short. He's fouled by Porter.
Terry Porter trailed him all the way and looked for that opportunity. Remember, when you got the big guy handling the basketball, look at the slam dunk attempt here. This young fella's in the slam dunk competition, but that one came back out.
Portland with Drexler and Kersey in the slam dunk. Rodney just dumps it off, and he wisely gives it up to Purvis. Misses the shot. McRae with the offensive rebound. Muscles up, misses the layup. And a foul is called inside. Boy, Rodney has had some problems making layups this year.
Oh, he worked so very hard going inside. Watch the good position is. Now he has to use that lean and the muscle to go up, and you're hoping you get fouled because he really is off balance inside with all that power laying on it.
Now Duckworth has 3 personals. Purvis misses off the pick. Porter tries to get it out. Look at Olajuwon, the $1 million man, goes on the floor. Peterson gets it up. Don't you love it when you see guys like Akeem and Larry Bird getting down on that floor and getting the basketball? They love to play the game. Johnson put it up. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Well, this is going to be on Rodney McRae as he was doubling on Johnson with Peterson that time. And look at the look that Rodney puts on the official.
His 3rd personal foul.
And that's the 3rd personal on Rodney, who was in the right place but reached a little too strongly.
Johnson will be shooting.
Yo, capers, he said. Didn't touch him. Good shooter, Steve Johnson. And I jinxed him. I knew I would.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
The kiss of death. And he gets 1 out of 2. Yeah, Johnson shooting 63% from the line this year. That's not too good. He's been a good shooter in the past. 55% from the field. Olajuwon. Akeem now with 8 points.
Well, you see the results when he has an opportunity to operate that time. Portland's going to take a quick timeout to try to adjust because they don't want the Rockets to get the momentum.
The Rockets are having a little momentum right now and trail by 2 with 8:31 left to play in the 3rd period. Well, the Houston Rockets, trailing by 5 at halftime, have rallied back to 58-56. Mac, what are the Rockets doing to isolate Akeem now, getting him away from the double team?
Well, a couple of things, Bill. Number one, the angle that the pass is going into Akeem has changed. Before they were isolating and making the long pass inside, giving Portland a chance to over and double. They've changed that a little bit. That time Allen Level dribbled a couple more times, drew the defense to him, and then went to Akeem. So they're just getting the ball to him from a different angle.
Blazers 1 of 3, the Rockets 4 of 8. The Rockets putting up more shots in this period.
And remember, this is that 3rd period where the Rockets defense has generally done so very well for them in December and early January, and hopefully that's the beginning of what's happening here. Caldwell Jones off the Portland bench, and he's going to replace Duckworth.
That gives him a lot more experience, although Duckworth has done an excellent job. He has 3 personals. Rodney with a steal, and he's dragged down from behind by Jerome Kersey. Good hustle by Rodney McRae. Boy, he gives you 100. Look at him flexing that hamstring now.
Oh, he came out of the pack like a shotgun that time. And Bill Fitch wants a breakaway foul. He said it was a deliberate foul, and just the official disagrees with him. Breakaway would give Rodney 2 shots.
Yeah, I thought it was close. I don't think he had full possession is the reason why they didn't give it to him. Here goes Purvis on the drive around Drexler, and Kersey with a block. Steve Johnson quickly to Terry Porter. Open court, he's dangerous. To Drexler, and Level knocks it out of bounds.
Good defense by Allen Level. He got back on that quick pass from Terry Porter, who got it up the court.
8:08 remaining to play. 3rd period. Drexler had it blocked. Well, he dribbled right into the baseline, and he had it blocked by Olajuwon. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Clyde short on it. Purvis short on the run. Inside to Peterson. He's in there. Put it up. It won't go. Tipped up. Pete trying to keep it alive. Knocked it out of bounds. And it'll be Houston's basketball.
Great thing about all that hustle, the Rockets got a new 24. So they get to start all over again as Peterson and Akeem kept that ball alive. That's those second opportunity shots on the offensive board.
Purvis short trying to pop out. Now he has it with 15 on the shot clock. There it is. Olajuwon gets the double team. Jump hook. It won't go. And Kersey clears it to Drexler open court. Look at the glide. Yes, and he's fouled. Clyde Drexler. He just looks like a blur when he gets up ahead of steam.
Well, he had the angle here. Alan Level made him work for it as he did get over in his path, but the official called a blocking foul as opposed to a charge. He's not called Clyde the Glide for nothing. He really took off outside the lane, and well, that caller asked him how many steps you get. That was an example of a guy soaring about 5 steps in the air.
Level with 3 personal fouls, and coming out of the game is Peterson. J.B. Carroll is in for him. So Carroll and Olajuwon will be at the double post. Keane gives it back to Purvis. Look at that illegal defense by the Blazers. Nobody's guarding anybody. Come on.
Foul is called on Portland's number 25.
Well, there was no illegal defense call. There was a foul call.
15 foul.
And Akeem was not shooting the... Well, yes, Rockets get to shoot because Portland is in the penalty.
Yeah, that's the 15th foul on the Blazers. I'll tell you what, on the weak side, when the ball comes over to Olajuwon, Porter and Kersey are not even paying any attention to their men at all. They're just kind of hanging around in the paint area. Olajuwon misses the first. Keem came into the game shooting 65% from the free throw line. 1 out of 2. 61-57 Portland with 7 minutes left to play, third period. Drexler pops out from behind a pick. Oh, he's a beauty to watch in the open court. Not if you have to play against him. He has 17 points. Olajuwon, triple team. That leaves Level open from 20. Won't go. Rodney McRae had it taken away by Kersey. Porter a little behind Steve Johnson. Back to Drexler. He's fouled. It goes. Clyde Drexler trying to take over in the open court, and he's doing a good job. 6 points in a row for Drexler. And Buck Johnson will try to counter with a little quickness.
The Trailblazers keep going to Drexler, who is the complete player, having an all-star year with the credentials in 2 categories. He's in the top 10 in steals and in scoring in the NBA.
So Rodney McRae will go out of the game with 4 personals. 65-57. The Blazers lead by 8. And Bill Fitch will call a timeout. 6:23 left to play in the third period. And the Blazers are up on Houston. Tune in to 20 Vision, where you have front row seats to all the Rocket away games. And the next 20 Vision game is Monday, January the 18th, when the Rockets take on the Los Angeles Lakers. And remember, that will be at 4 o'clock Houston time, Monday afternoon. And then on to Sacramento for a game Tuesday night, starting at 9:30 Houston time. And then Saturday, January the 30th, the Dallas Mavericks. So mark down the dates on your calendar, because they're on 20 Vision, where the action is. Shooting so far, the Blazers are 4 of 8 now, have heated up a little bit in the third period. The Rockets are 4 of 12. So the Rockets, after shooting well to start the period, have gone ice cold. And again, when Mike Schuler called that timeout, Mac, the Blazers changed their defense and really put the pressure on Houston. Here's the trap by Portland. That leaves Purvis open.
Well, they came with the trap. The Rockets were able to reverse the basketball and got it to the right man. Purvis short, who needs to heat up here if they can get the ball to him where he wants it.
Johnson playing pitch and catch with Porter. Did he travel?
Yes, he did. Trying to get away from Akeem Olajuwon.
Thank you.
Another violation. It's not always if you block the shot that is good defense, but just sometimes the presence of a shot blocker like Akeem is enough.
That's 11 turnovers by Portland. 65-59. Rockets trailing by 6. Need a bucket. Level gets the baseline, gets up in the air, back out to Purvis. Lucky break for Houston. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and it won't go. Drexler, open court. Look out. He missed it, and it's tipped up and in by Steve Johnson. 5:30 left to play.
Clyde Drexler has taken over the second half here on offense and defense, and the Rockets couldn't stop Porter in the first half, and it's Drexler in this half.
19 points for Drexler. Looking for Olajuwon. Baseline move on Caldwell Jones. Turnaround. Buck Johnson's right there, and he's fouled by Jerome Kersey. Now, if you want to see a couple of popcorn jumpers right here, it looks like, you ever seen the popcorn in the... Watch Buck Johnson and Jerome Kersey.
Well, he had the excellent inside position that time. When Hakeem shoots that fadeaway, everybody goes with him, so generally the lane is open. Buck Johnson went inside and shot the bad free throw. Had awful form on this. He was leaning forward, as a matter of fact.
Buck gets 1 out of 2. Blazers lead by 7 with 5:05 left to play, third period. Porter waiting for some action from Drexler baseline. They'll swing it back there in a minute. Porter gives it up to Caldwell Jones, and he walks.
Well, 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. The Rockets would like to close the gap a little more to make the big run in the fourth quarter.
4:48 left to play in the third. Porter can't catch level, and he missed the layup. Drexler in the open court again to Porter. Kersey's on the right. Drexler saves it, but he saves it to short. Houston with the advantage. Level from 20. Nope. JB tips it up. Purvis gets it back. Rainbow. Nope. And Caldwell Jones with a rebound. He's fouled by Purvis short.
Called on Houston's number 34, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, it's reminiscent of the games the Rockets have been playing of late. It's like they're on that old treadmill, and they can't get over the hump.
Well, let's see where the foul was. Hakeem is behind and reached in to try to make the steal. The Purvis short came up with it, but Hakeem got called for the foul. And that's its first personal foul of the game.
Well, Bill Fitch looking for every possible combination, and Robert Reed is about to check in. There's that rainbow again by Purvis.
From that angle, it looks like it might have touched the lights up in the ceiling, but he just has not been on target tonight. Normally, he makes about half of the shots that he's taken so far.
So far, he's 4 of 12 from the field, and he has been shooting 50+% in the last 12 games. So Purvis will take a rest.
Very possibly him having to start the game tonight, as opposed to coming off the bench in his normal role, has affected him more than we thought.
Well, that's what Bill Fitch was worried about. Caldwell misses a free throw, and the Rockets will bring it up. Blazers leading by 8. Look at Buck Johnson go inside. He lost the basketball, but he lost it to the right guy. 11 points for Hakeem. 9 rebounds.
Well, Robert Reed now playing Clyde Drexler, which is a little better matchup.
Hakeem with a steal to Buck. 3-on-2 fast break. Houston. Level gives it right back to Buck Johnson. He misses the shot. JB tips it up. Steve Johnson with a rebound to Drexler. Level with a steal, but it goes right back to Porter. Terry missed it. Out of bounds, Houston. And Portland will have the basketball. Boy, there are a lot of quick hands on that court right now. Watch that play by Drexler coming off the pick inside. Almost a steal, and there it is. Buck Johnson gets it. Good play by Reed. Now Robert gives it up to Hakeem. Level from 20. Yes! And the Rockets are within 4 points. Mike Schuler wants a timeout. 3:24 left to play. And Bill Fitch waving his towel.
Well, Rockets waiting for the spurt. Here was Drexler on the run. Look at the play by Allen Level. The ball goes in backcourt. It never really gotten into the front court, so couldn't be backcourt call there. Porter in the right place at the right time, but the Rockets defense has reared its head and is making itself known, and that's what they always had in the third quarter. And this Rockets have won, as you know, Bill, 7 out of the last 10 games, so they're close to getting it together.
Well, it has to be a scary sight to see Drexler, Porter, and Kersey coming at you on the fast break, because, boy, you're talking about a lot of speed and jumping ability.
Well, that makes Clyde pretty happy, though. You know, across town at the University of Houston in his college days, that's what the Phi Slamma Jamma group did so well. He had people running the floor with him, and that's as close as you can come in the NBA to Phi Slamma Jamma territory.
Well, of course, Mike Schuler, an ex-Houstonian, Mike and his wife, Gloria, and the two daughters, Kimberly and Kristen, kept their home here in Houston for 8 to 10 years. Both gals went to the University of Texas, so Mike's got a lot of roots in the state of Texas.
Well, he's got to be proud of his old college coaching stint at Rice University there. Beating a couple of people there in that Southwest Conference.
Scott Thompson, with a great coaching background, coming over from Lute Olson's program, and he's lit a fire under the Owls. They've won their last 2 games in a row in the Southwest Conference. Well, we take a look right now, and he's doing a little coaching. He's trying to get his Blazers back on a roll. They're still leading by 4. Well, you know we're in Texas, huh?
Very much so. Now, that's a good man right there.
Look like your boots.
Yes, sir. Mike Schuler wants to put out a fire that's trying to get out of control on the Houston Rocket bench. And so that was a timeout that he needed badly. You see the offensive rebounds here in the third period as the Rockets have moved ahead there. At the halftime, they only had 5 offensive rebounds to 10 by Portland.
So that's a key stat right now. Robert Reed and Level will remain in with Buck Johnson, J.B. Carroll, and Olajuwon. So you have the muscle of Carroll and Olajuwon, the quickness of Buck Johnson and Level. Really would like to see Bobby Joe Reed get a hot hand with that shot from the outside here. Play a little D. Caldwell Jones had it knocked away, and a foul called on Buck Johnson. And Portland is in the 1 plus the bonus.
A low double by the Rockets down low with Buck Johnson and Hakeem on Caldwell Jones, who doesn't get an awful lot of field goal attempts, but he does a good job for Portland defensively and on the boards.
Well, he's not going to score you a lot of points, but he's going to get you some rebounds, play good defense. Caldwell Jones, talking about the Jones boys, one of many. Major Jones playing here in Houston. Caldwell played here. Coming over from Philadelphia in the trade for Moses Malone. And Hugh Hollins calls a lane violation on Houston. So Caldwell Jones will get another opportunity.
Well, somebody was in quick, but let's see who was.
Oh, yeah.
J.B. Carroll on the opposite side. And Hakeem does the same thing, but there was no violation unless the team misses.
70-64 Blazers with 3:08 left to play, third period. Buck Johnson pops out. They give him a lot of room. He gives it right back to Hakeem. That leaves Level open from 20. Over to Reed, down to 6. Robert puts it up. Robert Reed with a nice drive up the middle for his first 2 points in some time. And the Rockets trailing still by 4. Steve Johnson walked. Oh, no doubt about it.
That is the 4th time in this game that Steve Johnson has gotten the ball down low with Hakeem behind him and moved both feet at once.
Hakeem put a little body on him and then backed off. Rockets trail by 4. Buck gives it up to Hakeem. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Olajuwon back out to Level. Allen Level from 20. And now it's a 1-point game. Miss on the shot. Offensive rebound to Drexler. And he cans it. Clyde Drexler from outside. 21 points, 4 rebounds. Reed looking in for Olajuwon. The Dream is fouled by Caldwell Jones. And Maurice Lucas will check in for the Blazers.
Well, it was 2 against 4. You see 4 Portland players there, and only Robert Reed down with Akeem. They wanted the double, but Akeem went the wrong way for them to fly the double and gets on the line.
So Steve Johnson goes out, and the ground forces come in.
Elijah Watt will be shooting 1 plus the penalty.
Maurice Lucas. Blazers lead by 4. I thought the Rockets only had 68 points. They had 69 up on the scoreboard.
Akeem cannot hit the free throw. He was 2 for 2 in the first half from the line, and didn't get the second one, but J.B. keeps it alive.
Oh, J.B. Carroll makes it a 2-point possession with a tough rebound, and the Rockets trail by 2. Porter. Rebound Johnson, quickly to Level. Fast break Houston, JB is the trailer. Here comes Akeem behind Level. He'll give it up to Reed from 20. No, it won't go. Tipped up in the air. Caldwell travels. Well, you see his opinion of the play. And Hugh Hollins is telling Mike Schuler to get back. He's going to call a technical. Schuler better get back on the bench.
Mike Schuler got a little carried away. There is actually a coach's box, believe it or not, that the coaches are supposed to stay inside of, but it's very seldom enforced. At that time, the official had the judgment call.
J.B. Carroll on Lucas, short on the shot, and the rebound goes to Terry Porter. Knocked inside, Olajuwon with a turnover. Quickly out to Buck Johnson, quickly to Level. He's got Reed underneath, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. He could not get the layup. Tough luck shot for Reed, but he'll get 2 free throws.
Excellent move by Alan Level to get the ball through the pack to Robert Reed on the other side. Watch Level, a bullet pass. Reed had to gather himself. That's what hurt him there. He had to take the blow and then get the shot off, and sometimes it just doesn't get there when you want it to.
Bobby Joe hasn't been to the line that many times this year. That's only the 5th free throw for Reed. He has made 4, however. 4 out of 5. Now Olajuwon will take a breather, and Peterson will come in. Robert Reed, this could be the game that he is the key this season.
So far, he's doing a good job off the bench. And with that experience, it's going to help a lot.
Good roll, and Robert Reed has 4 points off the bench. The game is tied at 72. Last time we had a tie was a long time ago.
Little one-on-one.
Kersey blocked, and a foul is whistled before the block on Buck Johnson.
Number 1, Buck Johnson. That's his second.
Jerome Kersey, one of those strong forwards in a small forward's body, and he made the move here. He's coming to the basket. It's pretty hard to stop him legitimately without a foul there when he lowers that head. Buck Johnson just did not have the weight. He caught up with him, but he didn't have the weight to bang with him.
Out of Longworth College in Virginia. The youngster came out of a small college program and has really blossomed. And this is 4th season in the NBA. Both free throws good. Kersey has 12 points, and the Rockets again trail by 2. It's been a long uphill struggle for Houston. 39 seconds left to play, 3rd period. Joe Barry has it blocked inside, and
loose ball foul on Buck Johnson as he was battling with this man. Maurice Lucas was always guilty of something, even if he doesn't get caught, and that time he didn't. And he'll walk the length of the court because the Rockets are over the limit with 5 team fouls.
Lucas will be shooting 1 plus.
And he's a good free throw shooter, 84%. Lucas is 62 of 74 from the line this season. So it pays when you're physical to be able to shoot free throws. Kevin Duckworth now will check in along with Michael Holton.
Michael Holton checks in through the game for Terry Porter.
Jones and Porter go to the bench. Maurice Maurice Lucas. Boy, he's been around a long time. Played for a lot of different teams. And again, a 4-point lead by the Blazers. Rockets have worked hard in this period to try to get it even. They want to get a bucket here. Peterson gives it up to Reed, looking for Joe Barry on the post. There it is, turn around, and a foul is whistled on Drexler, and that will be number 4 on Clyde.
Ball on Portland's number 22, Clyde Drexler. That's his 4th personal foul.
Joe Barry Carroll working to get a high percentage shot there. Knew the shot clock was working its way down. He's been very effective inside, having to play the low post. Hakeem getting the rest now, and so he's getting some quality minutes at that low post position.
Carroll will be shooting 1 plus the penalty.
JB. And he misses the free throw. Carroll with 12 points, 4 rebounds so far. On the season, a good free throw shooter, Carroll. And he gets 1 out of 2. 77%. A little pressure by Houston.
By Drexler one-on-one against Reed.
Duckworth set a big pick on Reed. Missed the shot. Goes for the dunk. And it goes at the buzzer. A tip-in by Portland. Who got it?
Clyde Drexler.
Clyde Drexler will get credit for the bucket. A tip-in right at the buzzer, and Portland gets the final 2 of the period, and we head for the final 12 minutes. The Blazers 78, the Rockets 73. There it is, the Blazers winning the first 2 periods, the third period even at 25 apiece. And Portland with a 5-point lead as we head for the 4th and final period, and Holton will stay in the game. Rodney McRae will come in for Houston, so Kersey and McRae will stay matched up. Holton will be on level. A foul on Holton way out front.
Well, the Bruce brothers are in for Portland on the back line with Maurice Lucas and Kevin Duckworth. Between them, has got to be 500 pounds of muscle and meanness.
And for Lucas, 600 more pounds of intent. Level. Oh, there's Lucas. Don't come in here, he says. The one thing I like about Maurice Lucas, I want him on my side when it comes to this.
Yeah, that's first-degree murder right there. He really laid a blow on Allen Level.
And they gave the foul to Holton. You know, as physical as Lucas is, he doesn't get that many fouls called on him. And here comes Terry Porter, and he doesn't rest very long. Mike Schuler only took him out for about the final 30 seconds of the period. Porter had 17 points at halftime, Mac. He did not score in the third period. Level makes it a 3-point game. Duckworth again working on Reed with that pick. Drexler gives it up to Kersey. Back to Porter. And that's got to be 3 seconds. It is.
3-second violation.
Boy, Duckworth was camped in there. He looked like a condominium.
Yeah. Remember, there's not a lot of space left when Duckworth and Lucas go to that middle.
Little crisscross play by Houston. And Hakeem will try to set a pick now for Level. Illegal defense by Portland. They're not guarding anybody around that paint area. And Level puts up a 3-pointer trying to get it back. Rodney McRae with the offensive rebound. Reed better hustle up. Porter goes for the steal. Gets it back to Level. Allen gives it off to JB. Baseline. Almost a steal by Drexler, and he gets it. The quick hands of Clyde Drexler to Porter. To Drexler.
Clyde Drexler.
And Portland with the potent fast break from a turnover, but it's hacking all the way on the other end, but Clyde Drexler knows how to finish a fast break.
I'll tell you what, the worst thing you can do with Portland is put the ball on the floor.
Well, especially with Lucas and Duckworth inside.
Rodney for 2. Rodney McRae with a move inside. 6 points for McRae, 6 rebounds. 80-77 Blazers. played about 2 minutes, fourth period.
The Portland defense are turning the tide right now. The Rockets need the same type.
Oh, my goodness. Duckworth was trying to rebound that ball, and he tipped it in. 6 points for Kevin Duckworth. Reed from 18, or Bobby Joe. Good rotation. You can usually tell on his jump shot. Good rotation on that one. Porter wouldn't go, and McRae with the inside position. He's hammered by Kersey. Well, they're going to call it out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness. That was a foul in addition to out of bounds. But again, Portland's defense right now, really, really aggressive. This was the play before when Duckworth tipped it in, reaching for a rebound, but it all counts.
Thank you very much. He'll say after the game he intended on doing that. Inside to Olajuwon, back to Rodney. He'll work the baseline to JB. Puts it up. It won't go. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Lucas with his first personal foul. And now Steve Johnson will check back in.
It's just a gang assault on defense by Portland, is that they follow the ball, and anybody that puts it on the floor, they double or they hack, and they know at this point that the officials are going to go with the aggressive defense, so they're doing a pretty good job.
JB misses the free throw. He's 1 out of 3 now in the free throw shooting department, averaging 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists a game. And a little softer touch by Joe Barry. 1 out of 2. A 2-point Portland lead. Drexler with 25 points. Porter with 17. Lucas from 20. Carroll with a rebound. Quickly to level, almost a steal for Drexler. Now the Rockets have an advantage.
Well, they had Akeem, but they didn't see him.
Fall away by the Dream. Bad shot. Going away from the bucket. A little bit out of his range. He is frustrated tonight. He hasn't been able to be a part of this game, really. Porter threw it up, level. Somebody's in the lane. 3 seconds. That's traveling by Johnson. That lane is not for the faint of heart tonight.
I know it isn't, and the officials took a long time to call this. There's 3 people in the lane all this time. They never did call 3 seconds. Instead, it was a walking call.
8:27 left to play. Rockets trail by 2. JB, little head fake. Yes, it goes. And the game is tied at 82. Quickly to Jerome Kersey. What an acrobatic move. The athletic Jerome Kersey, 14 points. 84-82 Blazers. A lot of intensity in this game. 2 teams playing very hard.
Well, it's down to an individual skill game at this point.
Olajuwon gives it up to J.B. Carroll. He's short with a shot, and Porter with a rebound. Here he comes, open court. And a foul whistled on level, and that will be the first team foul of the period on the Rockets.
Foul is called on Houston's number 30, Alan Level. That's his 4th.
Actually, it's a good foul here. Allen was being beat. He was back on defense, having to pick up Porter. So he's going to make him beat him from the foul line.
Porter shooting 2.
4 fouls on Alan Level. That's what Porter did in Portland in game 1.
Purvis Short checks into the
Purvis Short will come in for Rodney McRae. So McRae will go out with 6 points, 7 rebounds. Bill Fitch will go with Reed, Level, and Short. J.B. Carroll and Olajuwon. Porter gets both free throws. Again, it's a 4-point Blazer lead. Drexler all over Purvis Short. Reed from 20. Yes. Robert Reed could be the difference. He's hit his last 2 jump shots. He has 8 points.
Portland trying to isolate a three-man game on the side. They want the ball in the hands of Clyde Drexler.
Steve Johnson is trapped at the baseline. Where's he going to go? Jump ball, Reed.
Timeout on the floor. Timeout.
And a timeout is charged. 6:57 left to play. The Blazers by 2 over the Rockets. We'll have a jump ball when we come back. The Houston Post, a sign of intelligent life. 86-84, the Blazers over the Houston Rockets. 6:57 left to play in the game. The Houston bench has outscored the Portland bench 37-12, Mac. The only problem with that stat is Portland hasn't used its bench very much.
Well, they haven't. They've had to go with the mainline guys. That's because the bench isn't very deep, but they've gotten quality minutes. Porter, Drexler, Kersey on the floor. Pretty much, they get most of the playing time and most of the shots.
Yeah, Drexler with 25 points. Porter has 19. Kersey has 14 points. 13 for Steve Johnson. So the starters for Portland doing an excellent job. I think the Rockets, for the most part, have done a pretty good job with Porter here in the second half. Drexler has caught fire, however. Now there'll be a jump. Steve Johnson and Joe Barry Carroll. I thought Reed had tied him up. Nice try. It almost worked.
Correction, Steve Johnson and Robert Reed.
Well, he jumped it, got it going up. Here goes Level.
Oh, he's going to call a quick jump on Robert Reed.
No, I think it's going to be in Houston's favor.
Well, let's see.
Let's see who gets it going up. Yeah, I think it's going to be an early tap by Steve Johnson. And even though Houston was the beneficiary, the Rockets will get the basketball, but they lose a fast break.
Yeah, because Allen Level has gone to the hoop here for a possible 2 points. So it's a great call by the official, but horrible timing by the official.
86-84 Blazers. Under 7 minutes left to play. They are not giving Olajuwon any room. They are smothering him underneath. Irvis Short now goes to Akeem on the turnaround. Yes. Olajuwon with only his 12th and 13th points of the game. And this would be a great time for him to heat up. The game is tied.
Portland going to the 1-4 formation. Look for the pop screen, but Drexler coming around the weak side.
Foul is called on Olajuwon, or is it Level? It'll be on Akeem.
Number 34, Akeem Olajuwon.
That's his second.
Personal foul, second team foul.
Kagio Maurice Lucas going to the basket, making Akeem pick up the foul.
Blazers have 3 team fouls. The Rockets have 2. If you're interested in the team foul situation, Clyde Drexler from the baseline. Look at Lucas.
That's the play that Portland wanted before. Drexler with his hands on the ball. Lucas really tough inside.
Boy, I'll tell you, you can't beat that experience down the stretch. Lucas has been doing it year in and year out. And a foul called on Steve Johnson. The 4th team foul on the Blazers with 5:51 left to play. Johnson has 3.
14th foul of the period called against the Blazers.
Here's Drexler that makes things happen on the other end. Lucas with a push nobody saw, and he got the clean rebound.
Pretty nifty at that. He's perfected it. Level is fouled from the backside by Terry Porter, and Allen will shoot 2.
Foul called on Portland's number 30, Terry Porter. That's his second.
Well, oftentimes the quarterback, which Allen Level is, has to go on his own. He waited for the offense. He saw the breakdown, went inside, drew the foul. So 2 big free throws for Allen.
Sleepy Floyd, we remind you, in case you joined us late, is serving out a 1-game suspension tonight. So Allen Level has had to go the majority of the time for Houston. And he has had to play 33 minutes so far. 33 minutes for Level so far in the game. We still have 5:43 left, and it's tied at 88. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Steve Johnson working on Irvis Short. He puts it up. It won't go, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Well, this is going to be, looks like an Akeem Olajuwon. Steve Johnson finally got a break on Akeem. He'd been walking before. He got him up in the air and got the shot off. Well, he camped in that lane a long time before he got the ball. You saw the fouls on Akeem.
Last night in Phoenix, Olajuwon had 3 fouls in the first half and had to sit down. Johnson misses the free throw. Remember, he's a 63% free throw shooter. And he misses both. Clyde Drexler, loose ball foul called. Wait a minute. He's going to reverse it. He called it on Drexler. Now he's going to call it on Reed. Well, who's it on? Let's see. He's going to call that on J.B. Carroll.
Yeah. On a push-off inside. He missed the foul on the other side, but Akeem and Maurice Lucas.
All right, 4 team fouls on the Rockets, 5 on the Blazers. Harry Porter puts it up. Steve Johnson has it blocked, and a goaltending is called on Olajuwon. Portland really getting physical, getting those offensive rebounds. And again, it's up by 2. The Blazers, 90-88. 5:05 left to play. Reed tried to get it inside. Through too many arms. Drexler on the run. Jerome Kersey from 22. Olajuwon. And it's out of bounds off Lucas. Houston will have the basketball.
Lucas continues to cause problems underneath. That time he got away with a foul, but Portland coaching staff going all the way with Lucas and Johnson down low.
4:48 left to play. Level surveying the situation. Here's Short. Going to J.B. Carroll. Joe Barry. Short. And Kersey gets the rebound. A loose ball foul is called on J.B., and that's his 4th.
Called on Houston's number 2, Joe Barry Carroll. That's his 4th personal foul.
Well, J.B. gets, let's see what happens here. Johnson goes down for an acting foul there. And then on the second attempt, J.B. came over the back.
He looks tired to me, Mac.
Peterson checks into the...
Must have looked tired to Bill Fitch also, because Peterson come off the bench to replace him. 4 minutes, 39 seconds. Rockets hanging top.
Carroll goes to the bench with 16 points and 5 rebounds, and Kersey with the first free throw. 91-88 Blazers. And a 4-point Portland lead. Bill Fitch wants to call a timeout as soon as Level gets it across the line. He does. So we've got 4:33 left to play in the game. It's a 4-point Portland lead. Stay with us. In 4 categories: scoring, rebounds. He's also in steals per game number 10 and number 4 in blocked shots. Well, we're coming down to crunch time now, McCoy, and it's 92-88. The Rockets have been denied their favorite weapon, Olajuwon.
Yeah. Portland's come back with Caldwell Jones also for the defensive expertise.
Olajuwon had it down low, but he gave Lucas time to get back on him. The Rockets did. Now Akeem gives it up to Peterson, almost throws it away. Reed gets it up, and it goes with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Reed with 10 points. He's having his best game of the season.
He got the loose ball, knew what to do with it. He watched that shot clock all the way.
Reed had scored 7 points earlier this year for his season high. 4 minutes. Drexler runs right over Olajuwon. No contact, or all kinds of contact. No foul. Should have been a charging. Kersey can't go anywhere with it. Lucas on Peterson. Look at that little move by Lucas. He faked the pass. Peterson went for it, the oldest trick in the world. And Lucas gets the field goal. 8 points.
He is really making an impact off the Blazer bench, relying on old tricks and skill.
to 3 seconds. Purvis Short has to put up a tough shot. Oh, good gracious. The Rockets waited till the last possible moment, got a tough shot, and it went in. Blazers lead by 2.
He's timed down. They've gone to Clyde Drexler. They go away from him. He's coming out of the pack to get the basketball.
Porter over level. Terry Porter with 21 points. A big pressure bucket by Porter. 2:48 left to play in the period. And the game. Purvis Short to Akeem off the glass. Good play by Short that time. He drew the defense to him. 15 points for Olajuwon. 2-point lead by the Blazers.
Rockets need the basketball more than anything else.
Reed chasing Kersey. Kersey forces one up. It won't go. Robert Reed with a rebound, fouled by Lucas. Well, they're going to call the first foul on Kersey. Lucas got a piece of him, too.
Yeah. Robert did a good, smart thing on defense. Didn't go for the block shot. In a good position. There's 2 fouls in a row. Kersey gets credit for it. Robert, 2 big free throws. Rockets down by 2. 2:16 on the clock.
Robert Reed with his best game of the season. He is 4 of 5 from the field and 2 of 2 from the line. And Steve Johnson will check in for the Blazers. Caldwell Jones will come out. A little more offense for Mike Schuler now.
So Robert can only cut the lead to 1 if he makes this one. And they need the basketball again.
Been that kind of game all night for Houston, and Robert gets 1 out of 2. 96-95, Portland, 2:15 left to play. NBA basketball at its best. Olajuwon. Short saves it. Akeem. Well, Maurice Lucas shaked and baked, and Olajuwon got the steal. Purvis Short with great hustle. 1:57 left to play, and the Rockets take the lead by 1. We told you a few moments ago, Akeem Olajuwon, number 10 in the NBA in steals with just percentage points over 2 per game, and he stole a big one from Maurice Lucas, who has had a good game so far tonight for Portland.
He got careless with the ball and took a gamble one time too many, and Akeem, always with the hands working, came up with the steal.
Go the final 2 minutes, 1:57 left to play. This has been one whale of a basketball game, and the fans enjoying it here in the sold-out Summit. Terry Porter will bring it up. Here we go.
Okay, they got Drexler down on the baseline. That means he's coming to the ball.
Inside, Steve Johnson. A foul is called on Peterson, and Steve Johnson will shoot 2.
Yeah. Steve Johnson's been to that line a few times tonight. Couple of pressure free throws. Drexler always around the basketball. Johnson just made up his mind to go to the basket this time. And remember, he'd walked a couple of times down inside.
Both teams are in the penalty situation. Johnson with 2 shots anyway. And he gets the roll. The game is tied at 97. Now Caldwell Jones will come in for Lucas.
Through the game for Maurice Lucas.
So the Blazers will have Jones, Johnson, and Jerome Kersey down low on defense on this next possession. Big free throw by Johnson. Well, he short-armed it. And the game is tied at 97. There you see the time in the upper right-hand corner. Short on Drexler. Hakeem matching up with Caldwell Jones. He passes it off inside. Tough pass. Peterson has it. He can't get it up, and a jump ball is whistled between Kersey and Peterson. Schuler wanted 3 seconds.
Yeah, they call the jump ball. Here's the action. He tried to get a clean pass to Pete. Too many people in there. He couldn't come up with it. 24-second clock expired during that tussle, and that's what Portland wants. They want the violation on 24-second clock.
I think Capers had already whistled. It's almost impossible to hear the whistle in this building with the crowd yelling the way it is. Now Kersey and Peterson should be an interesting jump. Peterson wins it. New shot clock for Houston. Reed from 20. No, it's short. And Drexler will bring it up to Porter. Game is tied at 97. Here we go to the final minute. Drexler looking for Johnson on Peterson. Right back out front. Porter can't shoot it. Drexler with 5 seconds. Down to 4. Short. Reed. Purvis short. And a foul is called on Jerome Kersey, and Purvis short will go to the line, 1 plus the bonus. That's 5 on Kersey.
Well, I think Robert Reed will be going to the line as he had the ball right as the foul was called. Here it is again. Robert had the possession right there. Kersey on his back. He hadn't gotten away from it. The veteran will walk to the line and make both free throws because he's getting a great opportunity tonight. What I tell you,
Robert Reed, the last player Bill Fitch called on tonight.
Yep.
Number 11. Bobby Joe with 13 points. The veteran, 10 years experience, coming through for the Rockets tonight. And the Rockets now lead by 2. 48 seconds left to play. Well, Mac, we talk about it so many times in the NBA. You carry 12 players because you never know when you're going to need that 12th man. And tonight it was Bobby Joe Reed with Sleepy Floyd not even suited up. Reed was the final player used by Bill Fitch.
As one of the things to watch tonight, we talked about the coach's chess game, and that's exactly what it is. You never know what you're going to get off the bench. But Bill Fitch, been in the league as long as he has, decided to go with some experience and hope that that experience would be in the right place at the right time. He's made the right move so far, but let's not forget, 48 seconds, the Rockets only up by 2. They have to stop Portland and get the ball back.
In the fourth quarter, Robert Reed is 3 of 4 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 9 points and 2 rebounds. Only in the fourth quarter. In the game, Reed has 13. And Reed was not used in the first half.
Well, let's step out on a limb here. At least I'll step out on it.
Yeah.
I would think Portland is going to come down with the ball with Porter's hand. Look for Drexler flashing out to the side. That gives Drexler an opportunity to go one-on-one, or look for the post-up move down low with Johnson. But either way, I see Porter, Drexler, and Johnson in a position to take the last shot.
An excellent shooting team, this Portland. At least right now, you don't have to worry about Kiki Vandeweghe being on the injured list. That would be another problem from the outside for Houston. So let's see the combinations. Reed, Purvis short, and Level, along with Peterson and Olajuwon, will come out for Houston. The Blazers will have Johnson, Kersey, and Caldwell Jones, along with Drexler and Porter.
One of the important factors, the Rockets have 2 timeouts left here if they need to go to it. Portland wants to get a 3-point opportunity to go ahead or at least tie the ball game.
48 seconds left. Hold on to your seats. Drexler, blocked by Olajuwon. Level is fouled by Porter. How many times have we seen the dream? He is unbelievable.
Well, Far Slammer Jammer came inside, got met by Far Slammer Jammer, and we're off the other way as the big fella rises out of the pack.
Jammer was the jammy.
He wanted to be the jammer.
2 big free throws for Level.
You know those free throw shooting games that you and I watch in the Rocket practice. Now you see what pays off here. They have shooting contests every practice from the free throw line.
Bobby Joe Reed, number 3 in terms of service for Houston, level number 4. So the two veterans, along with Olajuwon. Reed and Level here in the last couple of minutes, along with Akeem.
Again, we can't say too much about going with experience down the stretch. These two guys have been there, Level and Reed. They've been there a bunch of times. Big, close friends, as you know, too. Spent a lot of time together. Robert Reed got off to a real slow start this year. Combination of injuries, combinations of whether they're going to reactivate him or not. But guess what? He's in the right place at the right time, and he had the skill to do what he needed to do.
Level is on a streak right now of 29 straight free throws made. We talk about Calvin Murphy, Rudy Tomjanovich. They are 1-2 in point of service for the Rockets. Robert Reed in his 10th year, and Level in his 9th year. And Olajuwon in his 5th.
Well, not only all those years, but as you see the fourth period score, but also, what about the conditioning factor for Allen Level here, Bill? He's had to go most of the ball game to be the quarterback and to have that energy left at the right time to make those free throws and also come up with a couple of steals speaks very highly of his endurance.
In case you joined us late, of course, Sleepy Floyd was suspended for 1 game, and that was tonight's game, for the fight last night and fined $5,000. Sleepy will be back with the Rockets tomorrow. Now we've got 40 seconds left to play in the game. And if you're Portland, where do you go?
Well, you got to go for the three-point play or the three-point shot or the quick shot that you talked about before to try to get the basketball back. The Rockets, on the other hand, do not want to give up any cheap fouls. They want to play excellent defense, pressure the ball coming in.
All right, Drexler will pull the trigger on the inbounds pass. Clyde having a 25-point performance. The Rockets have only allowed him 2 points in the 4th period, however. And the Rockets have done a good job of shutting off Porter, who had 17 at halftime, and he has only 21. Caldwell will give it right back to Drexler, working on Purvis short. Good defense by Purvis. Steal, Reed! And Drexler gets it back. 15 seconds left. Johnson puts it up. Peterson can't control it. Kersey tipped up in the air. Houston's ball. Reed almost with a beautiful steal that time. Now Kersey going after Level. And a foul is whistled, and Kersey has fouled out of the game.
Well, you can't have a weak heart inside because there's a lot of big, strong bodies in there. This young fella's did a good job in substitution, but here's the last series of play. Everybody had a shot. Drexler always in the middle of the basketball, and right there off the fingertips of Kersey.
Every time Drexler has turned around for a shot in the last 4 possessions, number 34 has been right in his face.
Well, you know, that goes a long way. That'll be bragging rights this summer at the Fondy League also. But Hakeem Olajuwon has always been a good shot blocker and always rises to the top. I think Drexler knew that also when he went inside the last time.
Big free throws by Level. Richard Anderson has checked into the game for the Blazers. He is a 3-point shooter. 31 free throws by Level is the best for the Rockets this year. Terry Porter. Johnson misses it. And the ball just goes off the rim, and a foul is whistled inside on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Foul was called on Houston's number 34.
With 10 seconds left to play.
Well, you would think that Hakeem wouldn't go for the foul in that situation, but I think he only has 1 speed, and that's full throttle ahead, and he doesn't care about whether he's supposed to save a foul or not. He knows that he goes all the way right from the beginning to the end.
Johnson misses the free throw. Mac, I think the defense for Houston is really to be commended here in the fourth quarter, because Drexler has only had 2 points in this period, and Porter only has 5 points in the entire second half. Irv is short. Peterson gets it to level. The Rockets can hold it right there if they want to. 10 seconds remaining when they got the basketball, and that's it. What a gutsy performance by the Houston Rockets in a well-played basketball game. The Rockets pulling it out. A blocked shot by Akeem Olajuwon turns the tide, and the Rockets win.